I don't know what the hell's happening with content creators nowadays speed running the destruction of their channels. Right? Okay, so we had Nick Riccietta, who was shown with a firearm and doing drugs around kids on live camera, and he's getting arrested. You also have Dr. Disrespect, who admits to having, a conversation with someone who's underage, which, by his own admission, might have teetered on, the edge of inappropriateness, right? And now you have Boogie. Now, for some reason, Boogie is going on this tirade. Oh yeah, you also have Destiny saying idiotic things, about, with the Trump assassination and that's failed attempt. But then you have the firefighter that got hit, and he's saying disparaging things about the firefighter who died, about his family, about things. He's going absolutely fucking crazy and on a tirade. But now, but I'm gonna talk about Boogie because Boogie's, I wouldn't say it's a special case, but it's one that really hits home to me. Look, I remember Boogie when he was, that guy that would mix Doritos with Mountain Dew, you know, stir it up. He'd talk about video games. He was a very, very wacky dude. But now he's been going on this odd decline, which I believe started when he invested in the cryptocurrency, then lost all of his money. And now I think he believes he's owed fame, and if he can't reclaim his fame or his money or anything, he's going to take everyone else down with him. So what I'm talking about? Well, I'm talking about the lolcow live that happened, and I don't think I'm supposed to show any of it because I would have to edit around some of the weird and awful and borderline just, not funny shit that Boogie has said and or tried to do on that live stream. Like, I guess one of them included him, like, you know, doing self harm. And again, I want you to understand the type of internet we're living in. Like, we live at a time where if you invite someone on and to either talk or have a discussion, and they drop a gamer word, it is your channel that can be shut down. Or if they do something harmful to themselves on your live stream, it is you who also suffer the consequences. Now, it's one thing if the person does it on their own accord, but he's doing this stuff on someone else's channel, and I guess he thinks that if he's going down, he's gonna take others with him, right? So Keemstar had to do a lot of cutting out and he does this for this reason, right? Because you are held responsible for not only the stuff you say or do, but the stuff other people say or do. And you can't tell me that Boogie just did not know this. Like, despite everything that's happening, and despite him maybe lying about having cancer, despite him promoting a cryptocurrency scam, rug pull type shit, despite him just being just this overly narcissistic and weird person who just doesn't want to even get help for himself, but want to drag everyone else down with him. He's still popular. Like, people still know his name, right? So I don't believe Boogie did not know this. Like, I don't know. I think he's manipulative. I think he's using the old manipulative tactic, right? And I didn't really defend him in one of my videos, but he was talking about, how, the whole DEI situation that's happening, and I agreed with him with that. But that doesn't mean I endorse everything he says or everything he does or how he's acting now. And apparently, after Lolcow Live, I guess Keemstar actually checked off on him because it was some pretty. And again, this is the reason why you have to say the word unalive instead of the other word, because for some reason YouTube believes that if you say the word, it's gonna compel people to do the thing. So we have to act like we're children, like we have to act like we're not adults on a fucking platform that is meant for adults, in my opinion. Like, again, and because of that, right, when Boogie does this shit and Keemstar freaks out, like, it's understandable because it is his livelihood, it is his channel that could get terminated for all the odd and weird crap that Boogie's doing. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that he would fire him from Lolcow Live. And I genuinely believe Boogie's not in the right headspace. Like, if you're not in the right headspace, my opinion is always just to get the fuck offline. You know, because other people have been in this situation, right? And returned, maybe not at the same level they were, but they've returned in a better position. But I don't know. I just don't think Boogie is willing to do that. And again, the thing I don't like about him is lying about having cancer. Look, people have there are people on this earth that covet my empathy, right? If I don't give them empathy towards a cause or towards this goal or towards this and that, like I'm the bad guy. So they covet my empathy, but unfortunately I have so little to give, right? Like my empathy goes towards, the people that work for a living. Because at any time you could either get cancer or you could suffer like an accident on the road that may not even be fatal, but you could suffer a brain injury that leaves you, and you can't work anymore, and now you're on welfare. Like, this could happen to literally anybody. It could happen to me. So, again, my empathy goes towards that. Also towards the homeless people, because, at any point in time that could happen to you, right? Your house could catch fire. Things can happen, but people don't live as if risk, is around the corner. People live their lives anyway. So, when you have someone lying about their cancer diagnosis, I mean, I'd say there are worse things that a person can do, but that's pretty fucking up there. Trying to farm empathy from everybody else. Then when your foot's hold to the fire, it's like, oh, well, if I'm going down, I'm going to take everyone else with me. Like, it takes a specific type of person to do that. And I think Boogie may or may not be that person. Now, there's a YouTuber I used to watch, and, I still watch him, and he revealed some odd things about Boogie, and those odd things were, when he was talking to, the Quartering, and the Quartering looked up to Boogie, and, it was around that time where the Quartering was getting political, and people were going after him, and Boogie had to disavow him, and Boogie was legitimately getting mad at the Quartering, and he looked pretty tore. By the way, it was described, he was pretty tore up because Quartering looked up to Boogie, and then Quartering started being like, yeah, there was a time where he wanted me to order assassinations to go after Boogie, and it's one of those things that you hear, and you're hit with the 5-second stun. You're like, I'm sorry, what the fuck did I just hear? And it's like, oh yeah, he was in a bad state of mind. And it's like, well, okay, hold on now. Like, if you're in that state of mind, maybe stepping away from the internet is just objectively beneficial. Like, I don't know what else would be better, right? It might not be good. I don't know if, again, Boogie intends on fixing his situation. Because, again, some people just don't want to put in the time or effort to fix whatever situation they're in. And, I mean, it boggles my mind, but it's just the way some people are. regardless of how bad it gets. But to actively want it to get worse and demand other people pay, like, again, pay for you to apparently fix these situations, but it would never happen. I mean, that's just a very odd situation. The one, thrust upon other people, and two, to lie about. Like, come on, man. But anyway, it's just, again, in a time where content creators are literally speed running the death of their own channel, it's just odd that, Boogie in particular will try to take down others with him. But I mean, that's really all I gotta say about this. See ya.